Homeowners, if you're using Thumbtack, you need to hear this message. You might think it's just a simple app to get a few quotes for an upcoming project, but I'm going to show you what's really going on behind the scenes and why it's costing everyone involved in the long run. Here's how it works. You need a bedroom painted in your house, so you post on Thumbtack whether you're ready to go or not. And 6 contractors send you a message with their price and a little about their business, hoping to get the work. You end up canceling the project, or you have your nephew do the project, and you take it off Thumbtack. Well, all 6 contractors who messaged you got charged by and paid into Thumbtack, and they got nothing for it. So Thumbtack made a killing and provided nothing but a means for contractors to contact you. That's literally all they got. That's why so many contractors get frustrated with Thumbtack in the first place. It just farms money off the contractors who are trying to make money. For many small contractors, it's more of an expense than it is a marketing tool. So here's what I want homeowners to know. If you're gonna post a job on Thumbtack, no problem, that's a good way to find good contractors. Just make sure you've got the timeline, the budget, and the commitment to get the project going. If you're just farming a few bids for later, you're draining the contractors of their marketing budget, and that increases the price they charge for everything. So just know that it's never that contractors don't want to help you, they do. But contractors are skeptical of any post on Thumbtack because you get lowballers and people who are just looking to feel out the price on a project with no intention of actually hiring anybody. So just keep that in mind. It can be a great place to find contractors, but wait till you're ready. Do not use it to get rough pricing from contractors because they're paying Thumbtack to help you get a better sense of what the rough pricing will be. And then you ultimately hire someone else or cancel the project. So get your pricing info elsewhere, Google it, maybe call a few places, and then when you're ready to hire and you've got a good price point in mind, then go on Thumbtack and find someone to do the work. So if you're a homeowner looking to avoid ripoffs, get solid tips on home improvement, and an unlimited supply of tutorials and walkthroughs of projects around the house, DIY projects, home improvement projects, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, like the video. And contractors, you do me a favor separately. In the comments below, leave me your experience with Thumbtack, whether that's a glowing review, whether that's complete rage. And here's what I'll say to my fellow contractors. It can seem like a ripoff, you're paying money to a huge corporation, Thumbtack, who isn't providing anything. You're paying for the small chance that they'll message you back at all. And then you have the work of, selling them and giving them a good price and getting them to move forward with the project where you can actually make some money. It's a long road. But I'll say this, I've had customers hire me for like a $120 job, and the Thumbtack lead was maybe 40. So I drove out there, bought $10 in materials and did 40 minutes worth of work to essentially make like 70, 80 bucks. But that same customer then hired me 4 months later to do an $18,000 job for an 8-foot fence around their property. He's referred me to probably 5 or 10 other customers in the last 3 years for a total of another $12,000 to $18,000 in work. So that first big job he had me do offset all of the money I would lose or waste on Thumbtack for years to come, let alone the profit I made from the referred jobs. So it can get you in front of customers face to face where you can then use your marketing abilities and your self-sales skills to form a relationship where they trust you. So if you know what you're doing and you're a good, honest, ethical contractor with good sales skills, Thumbtack can be a fairly inexpensive way to get in front of customers. You come at Thumbtack with the mindset of, okay, I'm paying for this lead, I want the job. You're always going to be upset and disappointed because many homeowners are just on there to farm bids or to see about what something goes for, or they don't realize that they're hurting anyone by posting on there without an initiative to hire someone quickly. So like I said, it can be a good way to meet customers, which is invaluable by itself, getting in front of customers in person. For what it's worth, I'll tell you, I no longer use Thumbtack. It's been about 18 months to 2 years, maybe even 2.5 years since I have, just because I have such a snowball, such a critical mass of word of mouth referrals, and my reputation precedes me with fence work. But when I use Thumbtack, I would get gypped on it all the time, and I would have to tell myself, be like, look, that one job out of the 500 I've been hired for on Thumbtack, that one job more than paid for any money that I'll throw away on wasted leads on Thumbtack for another 5-10 years. So I just need to think about it in the sense that my experience with Thumbtack in the long term has me in the black. I am profitable on it, as much as it's acutely frustrating to get gypped in the moment by homeowners who are just looking to farm bids. So that's something to keep in mind. So here's the truth. Homeowners, you can do a lot of harm to the contractor community by not knowing how Thumbtack works. But if you wait to use Thumbtack until you're ready to move on a project, it can be a good way to find solid help who have reviews and references on the platform that you can trust. And contractors, I'll say this, while it can be frustrating in the short term, Thumbtack really can be a good way to meet solid leads and meet great customers in person over time. Don't expect every customer to turn out that way. You might get maybe 1 in 20 customers turns out that way. But if in a year you interface with and work with 100 Thumbtack customers, that means 5 of them are going to be lifetime customers. And of those 5, maybe 1 of them needs a huge job done in the next year or 2. And that one huge job, if you commit to sticking with it, can pay for all your Thumbtack losses forever. So if you're not relying on it as your bread and butter for marketing and advertising, it can be a great way to meet clients. So if you're a homeowner looking to avoid ripoffs, get solid tips on home improvement, and an unlimited supply of tutorials and walkthroughs of projects around the house, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video. Appreciate your time. I'll see y'all on the next one.